Welcome back to another very serious episode of The Daily Beard. Today, I'm going to read you an email, and I really hope you'd give me a moment to listen to this story. It's going to be short. All right, here we go. Thank you so much. I've been scared and desperate and now have hope. I thought I would share a bit of my story. I was recently diagnosed with macular degeneration in my right eye, which had a -11 diopter. I am now unable to see my children's faces or read and write out of that eye. I'm also extremely nearsighted in my left eye and have been horribly frightened of the same fate happening to that eye. As the doctor explained, as the degeneration was caused by extreme myopia with macular stretching over my significantly lengthened eyeball. I also have floaters in the good eye and astigmatism in both eyes. I have 3 children and I want to be able to see their faces as they grow older. I read and write for a living and I'm scared of what macular degeneration in both eyes would mean for my career. A friend referred me to your website. He's reduced his myopia, blah, blah, etc., etc., etc. Now the question is, should we do this one this way or this way? I don't know. Here's the point. Nobody cares, right? People, generally speaking, do not care about the eyesight. They don't care about myopia. They don't care about the fact that they're short-sighted, figuratively, literally. My face looks slightly disgusted talking about this because the reality is we give control over our eyesight, which is possibly the most central part of our experience in this world. We give that over to some dime store, mall, retail, chain store, optometrist. We give up the right to manage our own eyesight. Never mind the curiosity, the intellectual curiosity, the scientific curiosity, the wanting to understand and have agency over our own vision, over our own selves, right? Like, as I'm running this whole thing, this used to be a rant blog on the internet, and it was basically just my middle finger at retail optometry, me being upset, and then that turned into, bad photoshops and me entertaining myself, as I still am. And it's been growing, and somehow this responsibility feels like it's sort of fallen on me to keep the flame alight and spread this, even though I don't care. Just to be completely honest with you, I don't care about humanity. I think as a species, we're highly questionable, right? I'm looking at all this stuff behind me. How many minutes do we have left? Is beach, bungalow literally in the sand. I could just turn all of this off and never turn it back on, and I would be fine, right? Don't know about you. Shouldn't be my problem. I will be fine, 100%. This guy, though, wants to see his children grow up, right? I don't want that to be my issue, right? I don't want to be involved. I don't. But the reality is, once in a while, we should do stuff that doesn't only benefit us directly. And it's weird for me to say this. I'm being serious here because I am not that guy. I'm not selfless. I don't care. I don't want to be famous. I don't need the money. Whatever. Somehow, because fate is a cruel mistress, I find myself in a place where I can't turn this stuff off. But what I count on and what I hope for and what I need is some level of your participation. I genuinely do. This is not just talk. This is not some internet marketing thing. When I log into the forum and I see a bunch of people going on about privacy and not wanting to share and the forum should be secret and closed, I am disgusted. I am frankly disgusted. And understand, form is changing. I understand it's my fault for not setting the correct expectations. I understand people can make their own choices. That's fine. That's not where my head is with this stuff, right? I, more than a lot of people, do not need my stuff out there. I don't need to, right? I really don't. But we have this gentleman who wants to see his children grow up, right? That could be you. That could be your brother, your sister, your wife, your husband, your neighbor, your parent. That could be anybody. And if we do not say anything, right? If we literally let these mall rat, chain store, retail lens sellers dictate what we can and can't do with eyesight, right? Like making these things prescriptions. all of this stuff, if we don't take some level of action, if we don't speak up, I'm not saying start shit, right? I'm not saying extremism of any kind. I'm just saying let's not be quiet completely. I appreciate the sharing. I appreciate the community. I appreciate the input. I appreciate even, God forbid, some of the YouTube comments here, because I feel weird doing this, right? And I feel like I can't not do it because I get these emails, and I get emails every day. Maybe not to this level, but parents worried about their children and people just worried about their eyesight and all of this stuff that I cannot do by myself, right? Like, you feedback, you comments, you sharing stuff, little things. I'm not saying anything big. I'm not saying make waves. I'm not saying anything dramatic. Just to let it seep into the collective consciousness that we should be able to have control over eyesight. That's all I'm saying. That's kind of it for this 5-minute video. What do you think of this hat? I want to make sure that these things don't get too serious. I'm learning from our iOS app mistake. Try not to look too mainstream, too advicey with this stuff. This is fringe DIY. You do what you want to do. I hope you're part of these things, right? Because it is weird to me and it feels like a lot of responsibility and whatever. Hope you enjoyed this Daily Beard. I'm going to the beach right now. So you do what you do. And leave some comments if you want. Let me know what you think, whatever. Daily Beard's happening daily-ish. So see you tomorrow-ish, hopefully, in the next one.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow.